Ikechukwu was explaining is in a book published in 1976, my first book, Federalism and Nation Building in Nigeria. It was published in London in 1976. I was a member of the 1976 and 79 Constitutional Drafting Committee. I was also in the one that produced the 1999 Constitution. I led the committee to South-South. I can give you the history of that Constitution. The discussion I had with late Harold Biriye when we came for the discussion I had with the chairman of the committee, the late Nicky Toby. I will not go ahead to say most of these things because they have all gone. It will be like talking about people after they are dead. Number two thing I want to say, there is another organization called South-East South-South Professionals. They have done a lot of work. I am one of their veterans. They have done a lot of work along the side of what I saw when I came in written down there. And I will think that it will be good now that you have formed what I will regard as the grassroots. Those people are professionals. You should regard yourself as the grassroots of the South-East South-South. Because as professionals, they have drawn up economic integration of the whole of South-South. It was under their auspices that what they call break states is the states, you know about that. Yes. And we also have Senate, which is the South-East states. In 2005, I called all the governors. They came to my house in Abia. There was a meeting with them, including Joy, who was then as a President General, and His Excellency Ebeka. We advised them to re-establish the Eastern Nigeria Development Corporation. Probably none of you here knows about the ENDC. There was a corporation established by Zik and Okra in Eastern region called the Eastern Nigeria Development Corporation. Most of the things that you see from Trans-Amadi layout eminent to this thing was built by ENDC. We advised these governors that what they should do, and then we're talking about only the South-East governors. Every month when they receive the allocation from Abuja, they should set aside 100 million because they were receiving 1.something billion monthly. You can check Okonji Well's statistics. That they should set aside 100 million only for the development of the South-East, and that we should form a governing council made up of only the governors, and below them you will get the secretary to the government, let's see what's it. Then the Commissioner for Economic Development and the Commissioner for, I think it was Economic Development and Planning. They will now form the executive side. Whenever they finish their planning, they will pass to their governors. And they will concentrate only on roads, railway, seaport, electricity. After that, I went to see Ada when I talked, I mentioned names. And we planned on how to develop an industrial park which will be joined to Ebaka in Akwa-Ibom. I don't know if any of you know where in that case, they said there's a deep sea, that there is no deep sea port that can take such vessels in the east. Because of that, we measured you only need small dredgings, and any big, even crude carriers can go up the Calabar River and reach Ibaka. In other words, what you are planning is very good. Some of the structures are already planned on paper. That's why I said you should join forces with the South-East South-South professionals. What we need now is a political angle, which Ezekiel, is that the name? Yes. Ezekiel was talking about. Where are the grassroots? Because right now, if I open my computer, I see people, IPOB, indigenous people, I see Massa, I see Biafra Zionist movement, I see Lower Niger Congress, I see men, I see Avengers. All of us pulling ourselves into different angles, starting new organizations, striving blindly, as one poet said, achieving nothing, and then we die. That is what is killing our children. As of today, there are 8.3 million graduates that have no jobs in Nigeria. Some of them have what economists call disguised unemployment. Why? It is because of this trickling down of milk from the milk bottle to the baby. So we have to get back to a situation where the people themselves know what democracy is about. When states were being created, the argument was made, please switch it up, my brother. The argument was made that we're bringing government closer to the people. But what we succeeded in doing is bringing corruption nearer to the down to the lowest level. All the things that were planned, none of them has been done. I got so mad about this thing, I wrote another book called Failed Dreams. That one was published by Heinemann in 2011, and I went home and sat down. That was why when they wrote to me to come and talk here, I said I won't come. They said, please, you must come. I said, okay, if I come, I will speak my mind. Don't kill me if I say what you don't like. So, people are talking about getting the offer. Those who read some, you will see I wrote an essay called Biafra on My Mind. The number 4 started with the Swahili proverb. The Swahili proverb said, if you want to engage a widow to marry her, ask her what killed her first husband. And to liberate ourselves, you have to exercise your political rights. In democracy, I started this thing long ago. I'll cite one more thing that I wrote. It was published in 1969. It's called Biafra, OAU, and Biafra and OAU, Self-Determination versus Territorial Integrity. And in that essay, that's when we started arguing that what we need is self-determination. Some of us argued against our declaring Biafra. I'm talking about the first one. That instead, we should be having on self-determination. Because self-determination is one thing, sovereignty is another one. If you declare self-determination and sovereignty at the same time, and you're within another sovereignty, that state has a right to fight and to protect their own territorial integrity. So when they went to the OAU respect itself. Because it's only when people come together that they can form a state. So, if Global Niger Congress wants to pull out of Nigeria, now, nothing stops them. All they need is to exercise their democratic right. Even under the 1999 Constitution, which they say we the people wrote, since we the people didn't write it, we can sit down and write our own Constitution and give ourselves our own Constitution and then tell all the people running around in Abuja saying they're representing us. Don't represent us if we are not going to uphold this Constitution. Don't come. Instead, what is happening now, people will run for governor. They finish the money in the governorship. They build a house in Abuja and they leave the people